Steve Kuclo and Cedric McMillan. Perhaps once again two key players in the upcoming Arnold Classic event, the 2020 show. It's going to be a good one. Can't wait. Much like the Patrick Moore and Lionel Bayeki comparison, these two will be vying perhaps for the same position. Of course, I placed Cedric in the group ahead of those guys, but he perhaps will drop the ball in his conditioning. This is the 2019 Arnold Classic Australia version for him. And for Steve Kuclo, I went with the Indy Pro, the 2019 Indy Pro, which he won. And Cedric placed second behind William Bonac, but that was debatable, guys. He had an awesome package here. I don't think the judges were ready for this. But anyway, this is the front relaxed position, or lack thereof, and it's not a real pose for Steve Kuclo. I couldn't find one. So there's no symmetry round. Let's hop into the muscularity round. And this is less of a judging venture, guys. This is more of a hypothesis. Like I said, if Steve Kuclo brings his good package, and which I think he will, and if Cedric McMillan comes in 70%, which he usually does, never 80, 90, but he probably come in 70%, I think Steve will go up a little bit and Cedric will be put down into the other groupings. But in this front double bicep pose, whether Cedric comes in 70, 80, 90, he will be taking Steve, because this is Steve's best version. His most recent best version, ditto with Cedric McMillan. Maybe in their past they could have brought a better package, but I think this is the expectations of their max versions for the Arnold Classic, I believe. Kuclo, never the best one in this shot, never the best pose for him. His midsection, there's no muscle separation. I don't know, never had the best arms to begin with. Neither does Cedric McMillan, not much of a peak on his biceps, but looks very aesthetic nonetheless. Front lat spread, this is the same story. I don't think Steve Kuclo would ever catch Cedric McMillan in this shot. It's a fairly competitive shot for Kuclo, but not against Cedric McMillan. Cedric McMillan is a beast. He's a beast man in the mandatory shots. And that's bodybuilding, guys. Of course, those calves of Cedric, not known for too weak of calves, but when you compare him with Kuclo, could be in trouble in the back shots. Side chest, a little bit better for Kuclo. He could catch Cedric sleeping on this one. But I don't know. Like I said, Cedric is a beast in the mandatory shots. Kuclo really needs to work on this one to bring out his chest a little bit more, or up perhaps. I don't know. Looks good in the legs though, especially in the calves. Cedric's arm though might get him an edge. I could see the judges giving him this one. Side tricep, on the contrary, would be going to Steve Kuclo, whether they bring their best packages or not, because this is your best bet for Cedric, and he probably won't bring this. And Kuclo's best package, he's pretty consistent, I have to say, is Steve Kuclo. So he's probably going to 90% sure beat Cedric in the side tricep pose. Of course, when we turn these guys around, this could spell trouble for Steve Kuclo. I was never a huge fan of his rear lat spread. Made him a little shorter, of course, he's squatting. The calves, I wish he had a good back, because those calves, it's a shame to waste. Look at the size of those big babies. Huge, huge. Doesn't have the best hamstrings, but his glutes are actually better than Cedric's. Cedric's fantastic hamstrings are saving him from a total blowout in the lag department. But the Christmas tree area, you know that I have a soft spot for those Christmas trees. Look at that. Puts everything together. Not only that, but the muscle separation, far superior for Cedric. If Kuclo can really work on this one, and Cedric drops the ball, that would be the only way. Rear double bicep, this will be an easier one for Steve to catch Cedric in, I believe. Much better pose for him. Of course, Cedric looks good too. But with those calves and the better set of glutes, which he more than likely will possess, he might catch Cedric in this one. Who knows? Good set of traps. His traps were bigger in the rear lat, but they were softer, no muscle separation. But here, they look pretty darn good. Anyway, this is a hypothesis, not really a true judging venture. I will not be awarding a winner or a loser in this one, unfortunately. But I have to say, if these guys bring their packages, which we are seeing today, Cedric McMillan will place ahead of Steve Kuclo, for sure. I mean, the ab and thigh, it says it all on its own. I'm stumbling over my words today. I haven't had any medication yet, but trust me. Either way, ab and thigh, never the best pose for Kuclo. I don't know. It's his midsection. It's his muscle separation in that area. I don't know if it's his conditioning, because he has the type of conditioning where you see a lot of vascularity and his glutes are in. It's genetics. Not the best man in the muscle separation department. Now, the most muscular with that type of vascular conditioning that Kuclo possesses, I think he would, in fact, get Cedric McMillan in this one, even though Cedric does look darn good, and he's a big guy too. I like big bodybuilders, and these guys are two of the biggest, two of the tallest that we're going to see on the stage. These guys come in big. They could make Big Ramy look like normal Ramy. But either way, guys, this is a heck of a comparison, or it will be a heck of a comparison if they bring these two packages to the Arnold Classic. And I, for one, am excited and cannot wait to see any or all of these guys in the condition that they're going to bring. Especially these two, but especially Patrick Moore, but especially Sergio Oliva Jr., but especially Big Ramy. Anyway, guys, Steve Kuclo, I call him Kuclo for some reason. I don't know. Perhaps a tick in my brain. Hard to say. Hope you enjoyed this comparison, guys. Steve Kuclo versus Cedric McMillan. Hit a thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Have a nice one.